This is Terrible Tim Witherspoon, former two-time heavyweight champion of the world. And this is my YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be answering some boxing questions from some boxing fans.
All right, so the first one we have, Tim, is whose punches felt hotter, Bone Crusher or Gulata?
I know you asked me about those two guys, but somebody else hit me harder than that.
And who was that, Tim?
That was Carter Truth Williams.
Oh, wow.
Bone Crusher and Andrew Gulata. Andrew Gulata hit me, I didn't feel nothing. And Bone Crusher hit me, and I didn't feel nothing. But I did feel a sting from Carter Truth Williams. He hit me with a long, straight right hand.
Yeah,
and I felt that. Huh? Yeah, I felt that one. So, out of Bone Crusher and Gulata, I really couldn't tell who hit me hard.
Yeah.
But if you would have added in Carter Truth, he would have been the one.
All right, so the second question is, which Larry had the more difficult jab to deal with, Holmes or Donald?
Donald. Donald was younger. Larry Donald was younger, and he wanted to beat me. I think how the fight turned out, he wanted a decision on me. I think he wanted a decision, but Larry Donald's jab was more effective or hit me more than Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes' jab to me had no
sting to it like this.
Well, it didn't really affect me in the fight.
Gotcha. He didn't use it as smart as the.
Well, he usually uses it, but if he can't hit, if he can't hit what was not there,
yeah,
that'll be his problem. So we practice blocking jabs for like 2 months,
really,
and that's how we prepared to fight Larry Holmes. That's how we prepared, blocking his jab, because we felt that's all he had.
And that was that whole
the good
Philly,
jab,
that whole Philly shell thing that you guys.
But this particular time, Larry Holmes has come out with a straight jab, so we didn't have to do that much more because he didn't. He just tried to hit you with that jab, so all we had to do was this each time. He caught me sometimes, and during the fight too, a lot of people thought I was getting hit, but there's something called the rubberneck. And if you didn't get taught this by some of the old timers, you wouldn't know what it is. And that's when you see a punch coming and you roll away from like this, or you go that way. That's rubbernecking. So when I fought Larry Holmes, a lot of the judges thought I was getting hit, and I wasn't. Because I went and looked at the video, and I was like, wow, I know the judges think I'm getting hit. But I was really doing rubbernecking. And if you don't, that come from the old trainer, and it works. It's beautiful, and that's what I mean by art. Dante Wilder and Tyson Fury, you didn't see that too much of art. So stuff like rubbernecking and coming back with a punch, boom, and throw a punch, do a rubberneck this way, come back with a left hook. They don't do it no more these days because there's no trainers around to teach it. And it's something that you don't do all during the fight. You do it at certain times you think you need it. And so if you said rubberneck to some of these young guys, they won't know what it is, yeah.
We're gonna have to do some videos on that, huh?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
All right, so third one, was Jerry personally cool about it when you busted his nose, or was he as salty as his team?
Talking about Jerry Cooney, I was a sparring partner. I don't think I had that many fights, if I had any fights at all. It might have been an amateur, but I had a good trainer that navigated me through sparring with him. And Slim told me, like, when Jerry Cooney leaned down with that and get ready to dig that left uppercut or hook, all I had to do was just step over. Yeah. And I left him there. But I think I gave him more for his money, and I was making him look bad. So when I first walked into the camp, he had like 10 guys lined up on the wall. One had broken ribs, the other one had a broken nose. And I was like, whoa, what's going on here? There was one guy left, and his name was Jeff Sims. He was tough, and he hung in there. But all the rest of the sparring partners, and I got kind of like, whoa, what's this? And so after Slim started telling me what to do and what exactly to do, it was fun. I had fun, started having fun, and then after a while, they told me they didn't need me no more. And I think it was like a week and a half. A week and a half after I was there, they you know. So I'm not gonna say because I busted his nose but he couldn't do what he want with me, and I think that's one of the reasons why they let me go.
Yeah, it must. All right, number 4. Why didn't cousin Chaz roll with you as trainer instead of linking up with Virgil Hunter?
He was with the Hinton brothers. Virgil Hunter was the last guy who was in his corner. So you know you got to ask Chaz that. I had 2 fights left, and I was really fighting. At the end of my career, I was just fighting just to pay the bills, and I didn't really care if I won or lost. I was abused in the boxing game, you know, by a promoter, Don King. I'm gonna tell you real quick. This is how bad I was abused. I went into another country, knocked out their champion, and he got $1.4 million, and I went home with 95,000, and I was the heavyweight champion of the world. That's what kind of abuse I went through when I was boxing. So you asked me about
Why cousin Chaz didn't go with you as a trainer?
Well, I had 2 fights. I was trying to get money to pay the bills, and I talked to him, and I said, I'll be ready to. I was training him sometimes before the 2 fights, and I said, I only got I'm gonna fight 2 more fights, and then I'm gonna retire. And then when I did that, he didn't. When he went and got these other guys, so I don't really know why he did that, but I believe me and him together would have really made a big difference. You know, in a lot of his fights. So I'm not going to get into a lot of stuff, but maybe inexperience. I don't know. And I'm a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Why? And that's my cousin. Why didn't he wait for the 2-time heavyweight champion of the world? What would you think if a reason why? What would you think a reason why he didn't wait for me? And he's a nice kid. So there's a lot of different reasons.
Influences. Having people around him who are giving him some bad advice.
I don't think it's jealousy. I don't think it's that. But me and him together, he would have made a whole lot of money. So that last fight with you said he made like 400,000. I know for a fact we could have made millions together. That was a mistake on his, but he's okay now. He's a smart kid. He went to university. And he's a nice guy, but maybe he was influenced by other people.
Yep. All right, so number 5. Why so few amateur bouts?
Okay, well, during my time, everybody knew how boxing was. Well, you know, the trainers and the managers and the rip-off situation. Well, I had seven fights. I was with a trainer named Clarence Booker, who really wasn't a trainer that would have took me to the championship. So I didn't know, and young boxers don't know who's smart enough or who has a lot of power that can get them to the top. They just go into the gym and pick a trainer. So I was supposed to go to somebody else when I went to the old Passyunk Street gym. It's right there where the Italian market is in South Philly. So I was supposed to wait for this number writer, you know, and he took too long. So me and my friend Keith Davis, we went there on our own. Oh, Buster Drayton, who's the middleweight champ, was from my neighborhood too. Errol Hargrove, he's another champion from my neighborhood. Then it was Kenny Reese and a lot of other guys. But Buster Drayton, we talked to him, and we didn't wait for the number writer, and we went to his trainer, who was Clarence Booker, and we later on found out he wasn't really equipped enough to take us far. So I had 7 fights. My first fight, he put me in with a 5-time Golden Glove champ, and I got beat good. I didn't get knocked out. My mouth was bleeding, and I was like, wow, the rest of my boxing career can't be like this. I was thinking this, and you know, but then I won my next 4 fights. I think, yeah, my 4 fights, and then I fought Marvis Frazier for the championship, and down at the Blue Horizon, and it was a great experience fighting Joe Frazier's son. I learned a lot. You know, he really couldn't do nothing with me. He knocked me down because I was off balance. I was moving around, and then I moved back, and he knocked me down. He won a decision, but when I turned pro, I don't think that they would want to had fight me because they never talked about it. You know, after when we turned pro, I went with another trainer, Slim Robinson.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think that I was in there playing.